Let me get all this over here first, real quick.
9.58.
9.5. Mm-hmm.
That's fast.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Ain't nobody up there yet, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ain't nobody up there yet. I just hopped on. Right. Oh, there's a couple of people. See, she getting all psyched up because track and field is on. She getting all psyched up because track and field is on, y'all. That's her thing. So when track and field is on, she stays up nonstop for 15 days, the whole 2 weeks. Mm-hmm.
The championship is on.
You see what I'm?
The championship is on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's going on, Keisha? I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Miss Reese. There go LaShawn. Mm-hmm. That made me a goddaddy. LaShawn's having a baby.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What's going on, Tanya? Y'all see? And y'all think I'm be silly. You see? See? I'm the sane one. Mm-hmm. I'm the calm one. Okay, and same as Keisha. Okay, Keisha. All right, cool. You know, I missed out on Hooked on Phonics when I was a kid and stuff, so I just be saying stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Well, tonight, party people, tonight. Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta get my drink. Not my drink, you know, no drink. Give me some juice. Hold on 1 sec.
The Olympic gold medal. Easily.
Oh, forgot my water. All right. Woo-wee. All right, I'm back, y'all. All right, good job. Whew. Running around all over the place. What's going on? Yep, we are here. The 8 o'clock one, 30 minutes. The 8 o'clock appointment took 30 minutes. The 6 o'clock appointment took just under an hour. It took just under an hour. And then came back here, did the scanned everything back. And what else? Oh, and then I picked up an order for next Tuesday. So I had to confirm that appointment and everything, and get my scans uploaded, then get my stuff that I want to show y'all together tonight. So But Shannon had a question about the signing companies about when you get to 100 orders and a year's experience. Typically, when you hit that milestone, when you get like 100 orders under your belt and you have about a year's experience, it should also be coupled with higher E&O insurance, because most of the time they look for that. They don't tell you that, but you get higher E&O insurance. And the companies typically will just automatically start picking up on you, especially if you got good reviews. So if you got good reviews that you're somebody reliable, they will automatically be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is who we want and everything. Hold on, let me get my other thing up here. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. All right. All right, so I can keep track in case somebody comes trying to pop up in here. I think I got all my security settings straight. I'm shipping the documents out tomorrow. Yeah, documents will go out tomorrow. So typically with FedEx and UPS, for the most part, anything that gets shipped on Friday, unless there's some reason, it won't get to the place till Monday. So both sets of documents that I did, the 6 o'clock and the 8 o'clock, will ship tomorrow. As long as I get them to FedEx before 3:30, they will get to their destination by Monday. Now, if something comes up that stops them from getting there by Monday, that should not be my problem, because I got them to FedEx on time, and FedEx may have an issue getting them to wherever they need to go. Hey, I just thought about another set of instructions I wanted to show y'all. I can't remember if I can. I'll have to see if I can find them, but I may just have to tell you about it. But that's one of the things. So yeah, so tomorrow, I got everything already. Well, I got them over there, so I just pack them up later, put them in the poly thing, and then ship them out tomorrow. But when it comes to, let me see if I can find Shannon's exact question. All right. So once you hit 100 signings and 1 year benchmark, any suggestions on how to get on board with signing services that once said you didn't have enough experience? Well, that's where, as always, the profile comes in. Updating your profile, showing that you got that experience. Bank serve can be a little difficult. What I'm hearing, that one of the reasons bank serve is denying people is because they got enough in that area. Bank serve may feel as though, okay, yeah, we got enough people in that one area, so we're not taking any more. Unfortunately, with a lot of the companies, they may not ever tell you directly why they're not selecting you. And it can make you feel some kind of way, like, man, they don't like me, they keep turning me down. Another thing could be, some companies, if you have a background in real estate broker, real estate agent, real estate, whatever thing, if you work in the mortgage industry in any capacity, that may also restrict you being able to be selected by some of these companies to work with them. It can also affect you getting orders. So if you're sitting around saying, hey, I have 15 years of experience as a realtor, this, that, and the other, some of these companies may say, well, no, we don't want that, because they are concerned that you may backdoor them and take their clients. Okay. And there's some companies out there that are putting instructions in their in the order, saying that if you took such and such type of trainings, if you've been under these people, that you cannot, they don't want you doing certain things, because some companies, some of these people are teaching you practices that are not ideal, that goes against that person. So, backdooring, trying to talk to clients, leaving business cards, sending business cards, that may not be what that company wants. So just because it worked for these people doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody else. So you have to be mindful of that across the board. So I shipped them out. So typically you can just go back to them and just articulate the fact that you have this level of experience, and hopefully you should be good to go. But it also depends on what they got going on. So just like Redfin, and if y'all haven't been following the stuff going on in the industry, Redfin, chili. Redfin has gotten rid of over 2,000 or about 2,000 employees, or maybe even more. But Redfin cut some people. Loan Depot cut people about 2,000, and then you have Redfin's stock price dropped. So last year it was about 60, then it dropped to about 30 for I think the first part of this year. And then now it's like $8. It's under $9. So they've lost about 75, 80% of their stock value. So they're not, these these non-traditional lenders aren't looking too good right now. So Loan Depot, Redfin, all of them, Rocket Mortgage, they are not looking good out here, y'all. So so you might start seeing more traditional lenders offering, loans and things of that nature. So that's one of the things. So you got to be a little careful on that, which coincides with what I'm talking about. I want to talk about tonight, and feel free to chime in the chat and everything. But what's going on, Shantae? We got Wanda in the house. We got Honey in the house. Shonda, Agape, good to see you. We got Keisha. We got Lamira. I hope I said that correct. We got the Notary Institution. We got Tanya. All right. We got Q rolling on up in here. We got Monica. Cool. So, let me see how I want to do this here. Okay, because I gotta do something here. All right. So, just want to make sure no information is in here that y'all don't need to see. Okay, so that one's good. Any other questions before I get started with what I want to show y'all? So I'm gonna put you over here, and then I'm gonna open you up. So so lately, this week, it's been a lot of purchases. Anybody hit the thanks for hitting the like button. Appreciate that. All right, so let me delete that. Really, the only thing y'all really need to see is this part here. I'll move that there. All right. Okay, so that one's good. This one's good. All right, let me double check. I like this one. Okay. All right, so let me start with this here. So, hey, anybody. All right, lady. Yeah, we got to get you to get better. Yep. Okay, Larry, which I use Doc Verify. That's who I started off with long before a lot of these other companies popped up. One Notary, Cyberized it, and nothing's wrong with them. But I wound up starting off with Doc Verify, And Dot Verify, you bring your own clients there, you get your own business. Sometimes you'll have somebody that'll hop on Dot Verify and send out a notification looking for a notary, and you may get requested for that. So I've had 2 requests. I've done one of them. The second one I just didn't have time to do, so I had to pass on that. But I use Doc Verify. It's not cheap. And do I do a whole lot? No. Now, if you're with Cyberize It or Notarize or one of the other ones where you're working, it's more like, they get the work for you. Yeah, you'll get a lot of work, but you may not get, the dollar amount, you may not get as much. So, I have a client that'll pay me my normal, a higher than normal fee to do the Ron closings for them. So they're like, hey, this is how much we're going to pay you. Bam. Okay, cool. And I get a full signing fee and don't have to split that with anybody. Okay. So it all depends on your risk tolerance. Plus with Dot Verify, you're paying for everything. I'm paying $50 a month. I got locked into that rate a while ago before they went up. There's now $65 a month. So I'm just at the $50 a month and all of that. But yeah, you got to get better, Juan, to get better. So thank you, Larry. Appreciate that. And any other questions you may have, y'all just toss in the chat. All right. So let me do this just in case I do the thing. All right. So what we have here, this is what is getting notaries in trouble. Not specifically this, but the overall thing of notaries not following them. So this here's a set of instructions. Let's zoom in on this a little bit more. And we're going to take our time here tonight. Eating me some rice. So these are instructions from a company. They're telling the notaries what they need done. And it's saying insured documents are printed legible with no smudges, marks, or faint printing. Documents to be signed as reflected with blue ink only. Initials must be consistent with how the names are shown, which means if the person's name is John J. Jamerson, then that's how they need to initial JJJ. If the name is, Philip Smith, then they need to initial PS. Okay, that's what they want. That's how they want things to be done. If included in the package, letters of explanations, this, that, and the other must be signed and dated. This here, and see, this is something that should not be. I don't know who's teaching notaries not to do this, but it's telling us clearly Patriot Act must be signed and be completed and signed by the notary. And I've covered this in several of my videos. A lot of notaries will not fill that out. And unfortunately, in order to get a notary to fill it out, they are literally putting notarial acknowledgments on the Patriot Act in order to get the notary to fill it out. And you should know you're supposed to fill that out. That's really notary common sense. Now, here's the one that really bugged me that should not be in here, but it is because, again, notaries, especially those of you who did not take the notary success system, have not or looked at my videos where I talk about this. It says if the incorrect state and county is printed on the document, you will need to strike through and write the correct state and county. You absolutely must initial this change. No white out is allowed. Okay. What is this telling you? Just from this little bit of, this is stuff that notaries are doing that's wrong. This is stuff, let me say it again, that notaries are doing that's wrong. They're printing documents with smudges. They're not having them signed as reflected. Some companies don't have a problem with that. So if they tell you sign as reflected, then that's what they want, meaning sign as the name is printed on the line, initial accordingly, fill out the Patriot Act, sign and date these such and such documents. And if you have the wrong venue up there, you must fix that. You must fix that. And I got videos out here that talks about that, but notaries will not do it. Okay, so if they sign chicken scratch, then here's what you do. It's an easy fix. When they sign your notary logbook, pay attention to their signature. When you look at their ID, okay, their ID looks like chicken scratch. They sign my notary logbook like chicken scratch, which is fine, but they want them to sign a little more legibly. Then if they're saying, and you ask them, hey, they want you to sign legible, first, middle, and last name, but I see you sign like this, illegible. Well, this is my signature. I understand that, but they want it like this, especially if there's instructions in there. If you see instructions in there that says this is the way it needs to be done, I always show them the instructions that says this is the way you need to sign. They're like, okay, will you do this? No, I will not. You need to call somebody and get them on the phone and say, Fred will not sign legibly. So please have a talk with them. You can't make them do this, but you can contact the powers that be and let them know. And then they can say, oh, okay, well, Fred, you need to do it, or we're not going to process the loan. Or Fred, you know what? Forget it. Just sign it and we'll just deal with it later. I don't know which way they're going to go, but you at least got to call them and find out. Okay. That's what it is. So what about, so you can note it in your logbook. You can also note it to them. And there's been times where, you can't get in contact with anybody. So then if they're going to sign, okay, they're going to sign any old kind of way, I contact them. I type my, email, phone call, leave a voicemail, all of that. But I like to do it in email or through the chat feature in the platform and let them know what's going on. I mean, that's really all you got to do. Sometimes there are, sometimes they're not. It all depends on the quality of the company. Some companies have the ability to pay their people to be available. Some don't. Some of the big companies, they have an East Coast staff and they have a West Coast staff. So they have, if the company primarily is on the East Coast or based out of the East Coast, when 7, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night comes, they have a group of people that's on the West Coast that fields the phone calls. That's how that works. So this is telling you what to do. Then it goes on and it says here, look, it's telling you it is extremely important that the notary double check for missed signatures, initials, dates before leaving, and must check for missing notary stamp. Once the package arrives to title, if there's any of these items missing, the notary is solely responsible to make the necessary corrections and overnight them at the notary's expense. So this is why a lot of notaries are jumping out of the business. This is why a lot are trying to run to general notary work, because some of them don't want to be responsible, And then you have some notaries, and I was talking to a direct client that I have. She said she gets notaries, and these are bank served notaries that sit there and tell her, I don't have time to go back and fix that. That is not what you should be saying to your client. I don't have time to go back and fix what I messed up. I've never said that. Even when I was working as a W-2, I never said I don't have time to go back and fix anything. I was like, I got you. I was like, what you need done? I got it. I got you. No problem. And then I went out there and did what I had to do. So if you're doing this job and you're W-2 and you have a problem with being able to get off to go and fix stuff, then you need to do what? You may need not to do this or do it, in the evening or something. I'm just saying, So if they don't know how to write in cursive, it's the same thing, Wanda. I mean, Shantae, it's the same thing. Contact the company and let them know, hey, this person does not know how to write in cursive. Are you okay with that? That's all I do. I just contact them. I just contact them and let them know. Right. Fix a mistake. That's all we got to do. So then it goes on and says, this is how it needs to be done. FedEx, UPS label will be included for docs return promptly for sign-in. Get a confirmation receipt. Now, this here just showing how they want names to be initialed. So correct way for this company to have their signers and the sellers and buyers sign the document. So Joe, Doe, JD, J June, all of that. So this is how they want it done. Attorney in fact, this is how you do the initials for the attorney in fact, all of that. They're telling you right here. So in other words, now not all companies do this. I like this company. They're telling you, okay, right. So this here, and this is what they call do not allow the customers to over or undersign the document. It will get rejected. There are some trainers out there that are telling people oversign the documents. Well, just have them do it this way. And, if they add all of this stuff in there, that's fine. Or if they don't add it, no, they want it done exactly. Okay. This company wants it done exactly. So you give the company what they're asking for. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're confused about something or not sure, then you ask them. Don't worry about, well, I don't look like I know anything. Okay, the question is this: what's company out there is training you in all of these individual aspects? Zero. Zero. I don't even train in this here part because I think you're smart enough and intelligent enough to read these instructions and follow what they say and do what they say. So why should I mean, I can train you in this, but it's like it's telling you what they want, especially when they put it in there. And then this here one, attention, due to print issues, please do not print these documents from browser. Save the document, save the PDF, and print from Adobe Acrobat. I have a video where I'm talking about that. Look up my printer playlist. I have a playlist where I talk about that. I specifically talk about that. Let me pull that up for y'all. Let me pull that up. Any questions, y'all? Any questions? Now, well, that's that. How you get a copy of that? I guess I can give you a copy of that. I just take the people's names out of it and everything. Let me. Where the heck is my? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking for the playlist and I gotta expand it. Hold on. All right, hold on one second. All right. Um, so all right. So that's the notary printer playlist that I just put up in there. Um yeah, that's the notary printer playlist. Y'all will see it in the chat. Everything. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Bruce. Thank you. Yeah, when it comes to instructions, you gotta follow them. And sometimes I mess up too. I mess up, and if that's I get it straight. But I do everything I can to make sure I follow these instructions. So that printer playlist, let me share that with y'all real quick. You know, I go over some of that stuff in there. Bad printing practices get you blacklisted. I think this is it. Another printing videos. This should solve the issue. And I talk about that in here about downloading the documents, because what happens, you download the document, and what ends up happening is, let me see if I can. Okay. Hold on for a second. Hopefully it will. Hold on. Let me drop this. Let me slide over here. I don't know. Let me come up here. All right. Down here at the bottom, I wish. All right. So down here at the bottom, okay. Down at the bottom, y'all see those two all the way to the right? Those are files that I downloaded, and people are opening them up from there. Okay. You're opening up from down here. I wish this thing would not keep popping up. Goodness. But down here, those files, this is what's happening, and then you're opening it up in your web browser, and that becomes a problem because it will not print the letter in legal pages. So they're telling you not what to do. They're asking you, do not download the document, go to the document where where you saved it at, and then open it up in Adobe. This video specifically talks about that, and I will copy that and I will put that in there. Okay. All right. So that should solve that issue. Okay. So going back to the instructions, telling us clearly what to do. This is where you should be printing from. If you're not seeing this, you have a problem. Okay. You have a problem if you're not seeing this when you go to print. Bottom line. Okay. All right. Let me pull up I'm sorry. Clicking too many buttons, y'all. Sorry. I know that might be making some people dizzy. So this here, right here. Oh, let me zoom in on this. This here is the one thing that notaries are afraid to do. It says important. If you have questions on any documents, let me zoom in a little bit more. Make sure you can see that. If you have questions on any documents or have any questions, meaning any questions at all, please contact the title first before contacting the lender. So with this company, that's what they're asking for. So if you see these instructions, you give them what they're asking for. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, party people. They're telling you this is what we need you to do. Can you please do that? And notaries are like, well, I'm scared because if I ask them questions, they're going to think that something's wrong with me that I don't know. Okay. Let's massage this for a little bit. Let's massage this for a little bit. You're saying you got an order. You don't want to contact the title company like they told you to because you don't want to look like you don't know anything. They're telling you don't contact the lender because they're really trying to keep you from looking crazy and for them looking crazy. They're saying we're working with you, notary, so contact us before you contact the lender or anybody else. But you said, no, I'm not calling anybody. What am I going to do? What I'm going to do, I'm going to hop on Facebook University and I'm going to ask them. And then you get some jerk out there who wants to make notaries look bad or wants to make notaries look bad so they can look good. And then they're screenshotting the fact that you're asking these questions and they may happen to know which company you're asking the questions from. And then they go and tell that company, hey, look what Shaquanda did. Look what Fred did. Look what Earl did. Look what Karen did. Look what Becky did. They're asking these questions on Facebook, not redacting anybody's information. The company's like, we told you to come to us. Why are you going to them? Well, I ain't want to look bad in front of y'all. Well, how do you think you look now? There's no trainer out there that's training you to the level, to the degree that you're going to be able to just handle this stuff as a brand new notary without contacting the companies for questions. It's just that simple. So you need to ask them. Remember, the average trainer out here tells you, I'm not teaching you how to do your job. I'm just teaching you how to market. I'm just teaching you how to go get the money. Okay. As a lot of people are saying now, learn how to make the money first, stamp later. Figure out that stamping things later. You need to learn how to make money first. Okay, you learn how to make money first, and then you never learn how to stamp. You ain't gonna be making much money. It's that simple. It's that simple. Yeah, and you're right. Better be safe than sorry. Ask the questions. Thank you very much, Tracy. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very, very much. And I think YouTube added a thing called super thanks. That after, if you see the video later, you can, throw some thanks and all of that. And I appreciate that. So that right there. This is what we're faced with. And then this one here's the other part of the instructions. It's telling me right here, it's saying, hello, thank you for your help with this order on this closing. Our client is a VIP high-end client. We need this to be the best closing possible. Arrive this 10 minutes early, full business dress, doc preps, and in a briefcase. I mean, I have not a hard case attache, but y'all know, or at least a file folder. I always put myself in a file folder. The closing must be 110% perfect. If the signer requests to move time, location, that we must be informed what? ASAP. Please and thank you for your help. It's telling you straight up. It's telling you we must be informed ASAP if the customer requests a change for as the time, location, or day. And what are notaries doing? Oh, well, I'm 15 booked today. So guess what? I'm going to go ahead on and I'll just change it because they want to and don't tell nobody. No, don't do that. You follow the instructions. Do what they're asking. What's going on there, Robin? Long time no see, girl. All right. So let me get these other instructions up here. Okay, I got those. Let me see. Where is the other ones? All right. Let me see here. Okay. So this here order, this here is a set of orders, and it's telling you to say our client's instructions. Please make sure the notary's printer prints dark with no smudges, streaks. We covered that earlier. We have had a lot of issues with this lately. Okay. So they're telling you how they want the stuff printed. So you got to make sure your stuff is straight. But then they also have this here. Please make sure the notary prints out all documents and keeps them in order. This includes instruction pages. Let's massage this for a little bit. Print out all documents. There are some notaries who have been told or figured out or decided on their own to just print out the signature page. That's it. I'm just printing out the signature page. Now, there was a time where I didn't print the instruction page to the W9, the W4, and they were like, hey, no, we need that printed out. I was like, okay, and I stopped doing it, and that was something that I chose to do on my own. I'm just full transparency, because I was sitting here like, okay, I got all of these pages, and what the reason why I believe I did it, if my memory served me correct, there was a couple of companies that sent me the documents with just the signature page for the W4 or the W4, the tax thing. And I was like, oh, okay, well, they don't need the instructions. So the next couple of orders I had, I just didn't print them out because the other companies, but each company, again, each company is different. I was told, hey, stop. I said, okay, I'll stop. And I went back to just print everything. Keep all documents in order. There are some companies that are okay with you shuffling things around. There are some companies that do not want you to do that. And primarily because some of the trainers out there are saying, oh, take all of these documents and pull them to the front. They may have them in a particular order for a reason. They may have it in there for a reason that the deed and the note are in the back. And part of the reason is because sometimes they have it split between title documents, documents from the title company, and documents from the from the lender. And that's how they want them to come back. So they can, that's their process. So it's like, okay, you know what? Fine. And again, I was like, and I was shifting things around for a while. And then it was like, hey, please stop that. And I was like, okay, cool. They asked you nicely one time, and after that, you get blacklisted. So they asked me nice one time, and I said, okay, no problem. So now I'm at a point where I don't even worry about shuffling things around. I just deal with them the way they are. I keep them in the order that they sent. If I pull a document to the front, it will be the Patriot Act, so I can go on and fill that out at that time, and then you can stick it back where it was at. You can take a little sticker, put it there, and like, so when I see this, that's where the Patriot Act goes, so forth and so on. But then it also has here, if there's a non-borrowing spouse, meaning title only signer, they have to sign the CD with the borrower. They can sign right below the borrower. So it's telling you what to do clearly. Okay. Clearly. I always include the instructions too. Right. I mean, you can do that. Some companies don't care for the instructions. And I used to do that. And they said, don't send me that. So I don't include that. But what you can do from the what's the place? From SnapDocs, you can print out the instructions. You can actually print the instructions out. And then this here is Shannon, as someone who works at his title company. Sometimes those docs are split between different departments, and sometimes at title, one hand doesn't know what the other hand is doing. And that is correct. So you're one notary doing this closing. That scheduler, that post closer may have 50 that they're trying to work through that day. And you Rubik cubes, and you're sitting there and have the documents looking like Rubik's cube that's all messed up. That can mess their whole day up. So I was like, all right, fine. And I just found a better way of doing the closings as the documents came to me, and I haven't had any problems. So let me pull my other instructions up. I hope y'all are grabbing a hold of this, understanding some stuff. Nope, she's rooting for Allison Felix. Yep, the wife is rooting. How Allison knows she's in the lead?
Yes.
All right, Allison. Looking at the world championship track.
Come on, Allison.
Come on, Allison. She last leg?
This is second leg.
Oh, okay.
Come
Well,
on,
she's
Allison.
doing good.
Push it, girl.
She is more. She got a lead. Come on, girl. Up, she catching up to her.
Allison.
Come on, push, girl. Push.
Woo.
Come on now. Sorry about that. Y'all sorry. All right. Allison did good on her second leg.
Come on.
Is this the mix one? Yeah. Is this the mix?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is the mix of the women and the men relay. All right. Back to some training, y'all. Okay, so this next one. Woo, buddy. This next one is no joke. All right. This is the set of instructions that I got. Okay. All right. So the signing company, this is, and I guess this was an order for these people here, Stewart Title Global Equity Finance. And this here is wife going crazy over the track and field. I told y'all. Come on, lady. Boy, she rolling.
Come on.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is 4x what?
4x1.
Okay. Oh, 4x400.
Come on. Come on, girl.
All right, this last leg.
Yep. Come on, girl. Come on, son. Come on, girl.
She is running. My bad, y'all. My bad. All right. So this set of instructions here are telling you straight up. This is a long set of instructions, y'all. I think I ended up having to cancel this order, but I screenshotted the orders when I saw them.
Run! Hurry up! Hurry up! She's coming! Hurry up!
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
And they wound up getting third. Man. And that was the finals?
Yep.
All right, y'all. Okay, yeah. So what they're telling you here is that you agree. They're telling you that by taking this order, you agree to do this here. For the ... All updates must go through signing order. Do not download and print documents until they are completed by the title company or whoever. We are not liable for any print fees. So what that is saying, don't go printing documents if they're not all the way complete. Okay, typically with signing order, when you print when you get the order, the order will tell you that the documents aren't ready. But if for some reason you're able to download and it says the documents aren't ready, don't go printing, because they're like, we're not going to give you a print fee if you printed when the documents weren't ready. Okay, telling you they want it in blue ink, business casual, dress business casual, scan back instructions found on document tab, escrow lender, FedEx cutoff, your signing schedule past the FedEx cutoff. That's the only exception. Acts of nature. You must call immediate if there's any delays. A complete statement of information form. Errors and omissions. Telling you what's happened. Notary. The notary block at the very bottom is missed 30% of the time. The 4506T. If one spouse is listed, do not add spouse. If both are listed, both will sign. And y'all, look, if y'all would listen to the videos that I've put out there, I've put those videos out there and shown y'all that on the 4506C and T, if they're in block 2A, if there's somebody listed there, they'll be signing in the spouse's part, period. If no one's listed in 2A, they do not sign. They do not sign that 4506C. You do not add them in there for good measure. I don't care how much that husband, and most of the time the husband is like, well, it says spouse signature. Is your spouse listed in block 2A? No, then they don't sign it. But it says signature here for the spouse. Only if their name is listed in block 2A and their names are typed normally in the below that signature block. Okay. The 1003, there will be two lines where the borrower and co-borrower needs to each needs to initial separately, initiate it separately. So that the videos I got, it talks about that. Then, whoops, my bad on that. Then let's keep going with the instructions. Patriot Act. Follow the following must be included. 2 forms of ID. For this company, they want 2 forms. Okay. It's that simple. 2 forms of ID. All of this. All of these factors. Your title must write entire title, signing agent, or notary public. And I know a lot of people are, no, you can't write notary public there. You can write notary public there. Because guess what? What if you aren't a licensed or certified signing agent? What's wrong, babe?
Her daughter's crying.
Who?
Allison Felix's daughter.
Oh, because they lost?
I guess.
Yeah.
She likes the steeplechase.
Oh, okay. So it's telling you, you can put signing agent or notary public. I just put notary public. So a lot of time I just put notary. So because that's who I am. Okay. Certified signing agent or not, I'm first a notary. That's who I am. You can do what you want, okay? But you do need to put a title there. Right here, okay? What does this say? Do not attach business cards or any other form of advertisement, subject to be blacklisted if rule is broken. What y'all got to say about that? Anybody got anything to say about that? If you want to write signing agent, you can write signing agent. I mean, they just need a title. Okay. See, people, this is the problem. Notaries get too caught up in some of the ancillary things and not focus on the main thing. Notaries are focused on two things: how to explain the documents and what they're going to put on the Patriot Act for their title. And they will sit here and argue you down that you got to put signing agent, this, that, and the other. And a lot of that is based off of the California law, where California says if you're putting a title on a document that you're not notarizing, don't put notary public, put signing agent. Okay, fine. Got it. But if you're not in California, you get what I'm saying? So, and this is what they teach, Q. They tell notaries, put your business card in there. And this here is a way to backdoor and try to get direct work. That's what that is. I stopped doing it. I did it because that's what people said, but I'll be honest with you, I never felt comfortable doing it. And to be honest, a lot of times I forgot about doing it. And the amount of times that I did it probably was less than 20, because it just wasn't something that was on my mind to do. You know, they have my information, so why do I need to give them a business card? And that's really what it got to. I'm like, well, they got my business card. Okay. And especially when I was doing work for the same company. So I'm sitting here like, well, in 1 month, I done did 12 closings. So why am I giving this company, the same people, 12 business cards over and over and over again? That doesn't make a lick of sense. I'm not doing that. So I stopped doing that. Right. And just as Crystal said, they have the info. They have your info if they need you. You know, I think this is a signing service telling the notary not to ship business cards. Well, yeah. And also the signing company don't want you shipping them to the title company. There's a process here, people. Let me swing over to y'all real quick. And I'm gonna try to be as careful with how I'm gonna say this as possible. You got to respect people's business. And that's and that is the number one thing that really has me ticked off right now, is that a lot of notaries out here, they don't respect other people's business. They're stealing people's content. They're stealing people's names. They're stealing people's ideas. They're stealing everything they can. Then they're sitting here trying to steal people's clients. The signing company gives you the work, and then you're sitting here going to the through the document and finding the title company's number and calling them saying, hey, if you ever need a notary, contact me. Follow the process. And there's signing companies that are teaching this. I mean, not signing company, training people that are teaching this. There are mentors that are teaching you this, but this stuff doesn't work anymore, people. And then here's the crazy part. This is the crazy part. Some of the people, maybe not this company here, but some of the people who are telling you not to backdoor them are the people who probably used to backdoor, so they know the tricks. They know what you're going to do. And they know if you come from a particular group of people, a group of a mentor, or whoever you was trained by, fall under, because they see it in your profile. You're bragging about, oh, I'm with this group and I'm with that group, and they're like, okay. And I talked about this early on when I first came on YouTube. You need to be careful about who you say you with, because if the people who you claim you're with are always doing underhanded stuff, they ain't gonna want to have nothing to do with you. So I'm not saying you can't take their training, but you need to realize that there's some people doing stuff that's foul. So the problem we have right now is that too many notaries are unwilling to be creative and to put in the time and effort, so they're doing everything they can to steal and to cut the process to get to the top because they want to be in a cool kids club. They want to be in the cool kids club so they can brag at the next conference, at the next little meetup, at the next whatever, and saying, yeah, I'm making this money. I got 15 directs. I got this, that, and the other. But you stole half of the stuff that you got. And you're not going to survive in this business being a thief. Okay. It's just that simple. You're not going to survive in this business being a thief. And I'm telling you, they're cracking down and they're going to start calling you out. So you need to cut this foolishness out. Stop stealing people's business ideas. Stop stealing people's business names, concepts and stuff, and marketing it like it's yours when you know it's not. That's why on my important stuff, I put trademarks. I spend the money and I get my stuff to be registered trademark, all of that. Y'all need to cut it out because you're going to get yourself in trouble. You're going to get don't think that just because my business or somebody else's business isn't as big as these other people that we don't have a right to protect our brand. We do, and we will. Enough said on that. So, and y'all know how I am. So, you'll be blacklisted if you do this business card thing. Then it goes on and says, okay, let me then finish this up. Okay, here we go. Then it says changes to the original signing ... must be done by these people. Post-closing errors must be completed by the notary. Payment will be issued in 45 days. It's letting you know. This here is their thing: print fee, trip fee, witness fee, large packet fee. Must be 190 pages or more for it to be considered a large packet. They're telling you all of this stuff. Original acknowledgments is needed due to notary. So these are the deductions. So if you miss something, bam. No scan backs, bam. I mean, they're telling you how they're gonna hem you up. It goes on to says hire another notary to complete your job, to be released once the second notary is hired. Yeah, people been doing that, hiring other people to do it. So they're telling you everything, all of that. So this is what's going on. These are instructions that these companies are giving you and putting out here for you. Okay. I'm going easy tonight, man. Man, I'm throwing out on this rice. That rice, that's that basalt-to-me rice. I guess I said it right. And all of that. So, trying to think what else. Hold on. I think I got another set of instructions here. Let me see which one of these. All right. Oh man, that's the wrong thing. Oh man, I had email. Doggone it. I don't have it. Okay. Well, I think y'all get the point. So one of the things that's happening now on SnapDocs, and I thought I had a screenshot of it. If I do, I might have to do a community post on it. But with SnapDocs now, when you go to click, say I'm available for the order, they take you to another screen that says you understand that this document has scan backs, and you have to click that. And when you click that, then it allows you to say, yes, I'm available. Okay, yes, I'm confirming I'm available for this order. So now SnapDocs is basically saying you best do what you're supposed to do. So you can no longer play this. Oop, I forgot. I didn't realize there were scans. Meaning you go do the order and then you just drop the documents off, and then they're like, "Hey, where's the scans?" Oh, there were scans. I'm sorry, I forgot. No, you're clicking. They're tracking you on that. So y'all need to cut this mess out. The bottom line is this: stop listening to these people that keep telling you to make all these shortcuts. And right now, I don't care if all of y'all, not people here, but these other folk who are listening, because I know they're gonna look at this later, or somebody be like, "Hey, Griff saying something might be talking about you." Maybe. The bottom line is stop mistraining people. You got to pay attention to what you're being trained. You got to take responsibility, because they're not going, these people, look, all they want is you to pay them money for information that you can probably get for free. And that's what Q and Matthew was talking about tonight on Matthew's channel. There are times where you can pay somebody for stuff, but there's some things that y'all can figure out and learn and get together on your own. The bottom line is this: if they can figure it out, if they have figured it out how to be a good notary and to do good notary work, then why can't you? Why can't you put the time in, read your handbook, you have the internet as a resource, and go out there and do the thing? I mean, I just don't understand. I'm sitting here watching all of this stuff, and here's my point. Very few of these trainers have information on YouTube. A lot of them are just pumping stuff on Instagram, but they don't even have a solid YouTube channel. And sometimes I wonder if they even know how to teach. And I know people ain't gonna like how I'm saying. Now, this doesn't equate to Bill Soroka, Laura Brewer, people like that. No, they've proven themselves. So don't go run into them. But some of these other folk out here, some of these little pop-up trainers, I'm like, okay, sit down like what we do here and teach somebody. Feed the people free of charge. Share, let the people get an idea of how well you can teach and if you can teach at all, rather than spend your time bragging about all of the stuff you got and all the stuff you're going to get and all the stuff you're supposed to have, and actually teach people. High energy is good. Mellow and cool is good. But is that effective when you're trying to teach somebody and educate somebody beyond what they are used to doing? Okay. If you're not confident in your teaching ability, maybe you shouldn't be teaching, because it's messing people up. And you notaries know that. Y'all know that. What we got here? Yeah, he's the instigator. Right. They don't want to put forth the real effort. And because of that, then they're like, "Ooh, I know I got something for you." Here you are. And they like, and then you buy into it, but because you're being lazy and all of that, you don't realize that you could probably figure this out yourself. It's the same principles and concepts you tell your own children. Hey, why are you paying somebody to you can write your own paper. It's only 3 pages. I know, but there's some things you can do yourself. Why? Okay, wait a minute. Why are you getting an Uber just to walk a half a block to the store? Get your butt out that Uber and walk down there to the store. This is what's going on. Oh, wait a minute. Why are you asking? Okay, you're paying somebody to tell you how to fill out the notary thing, but doesn't your state have training? Isn't the NNA available to you? Yeah. Okay, how much did you pay them? Well, I had to pay them $150. Okay, the NNA is $200 for 4 years. So you mean to tell me you pay $50 more and you have 4 years of access to a group that is designed and committed to helping you to be successful as a notary, whereas you just paid this person $150 for one set of answers, and they might not be here tomorrow. That's the sink in moment. Am I trying to stop people from making money? No. I'm just trying to stop you from spending money frivolously in stuff that you don't need. Is there stuff valuable? Actually, I think a lot of it is. It's good information if you're in a space in which you can apply it. There's a lot of great information out there, but if you're not in a position to where you can apply into your business, then why are you spending money on it? So you're trying to learn how to make money and get contracts and things of that nature and market yourself and do all of these things to show how great of a notary you are, but you don't know how to be a notary. And they're not going to teach you. They're telling you straight up to your face, I'm not going to teach you how to be a notary, but I'm going to tell you how to market. I'm going to show you how to market to where you can get all of this business coming in and you got money coming in hand over fist. But when you go to do the notarial part, your responsibility, that's on you to figure out. And see, here's the thing that y'all don't realize. Those people somewhere along the line figured out and learned how to be a good notary. That's why they're making money. So the key really, in my opinion, isn't the marketing. The key is your ability to do the job. Because you can market yourself, meaning your resume, to a W-2 position. And you market yourself via your resume and all of your references. But when you get in there, if you can't do the job, guess what? You're out on the street. And they get upset because they say, wait a minute, did you lie to us? Because in your resume, you said you had ... And we asked you to do ... And all you could do was ... That's a problem. Because in your resume, you said this. And your marketing is your resume. Your marketing is you saying, I have the ability to get you taken care of. And when they come to you, oh, well, I don't know how to do that. And then you won't even try to learn and figure it out. So you're just sitting here faking the funk, hoping that people will pay you a buttload of money before they realize you don't know what you're doing. And then you run off to the next thing. Even with Captivated, Shannon, I tell you, I'll be 100% honest and tell you, you aren't ready for my product because you don't have the environment to support it, the environment first. Oh, so the key thing is this. If you're going to be a notary, you got to learn to follow instructions. And the first set of instructions is your notary handbook. The next set of instructions is what the NNA tells you to pass the test. Take the signing agent training and all of that. But what do? They tell you don't take the signing agent training. No. Don't take that. Don't take the signing agent training. Just go and pay the $70 and all of that. But the problem is you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. The signing agent training course has some very good information that really contradicts a lot of what some of the trainers are saying. Like, you're not a closing agent, you're not the settlement officer, that you're the notary. That's what the signing agent training course tells you from the NNA. That any instructions you follow, they need to not go against your state laws. They tell you this in the signing agent training course. So if you take the signing agent training course and then you listen to what some of these folk out here are teaching, it doesn't match. It's like, wait a minute, the signing agent NNA stuff says this is how I'm supposed to function, but you're telling me something else. The NNA says only talk to about the documents to this level, which is these scripts. If you go beyond that, it's the unauthorized practice of law. But you got me paying you $150 to get knee deep into something that I'm not legally allowed to do per my state or per the NNA. Okay. It says, all right, I watched another channel where she described a notary having an interview mock signing with the realtor, and the notary went to a step where she verbalized she now give the oath, and the realtor got mad. Well, you're supposed to give the oath. I don't care if the realtor get mad or not. You know, you're supposed to do the oath. The NNA has a great video. It's on my community tab of about the oaths and affirmations and stuff. So you're supposed to do that. The problem is, well, here's another problem that we have in this business. There are a lot of individuals who are not notaries or may have a notary commission, but they don't know the law. And it's really no difference. So you have people who aren't notaries, they don't know the law. You have people who got a commission to be a notary, but they never did anything with it. They don't know the law. And nobody tells, because even with the Virginia handbook, it doesn't tell you what you're supposed to say for the oath. It just tells you you're supposed to give one. If I'm memory serves me correct. And you don't hear a lot of people talking about that. So now you have a notary, and then you got 1,500 other notaries that came before you with this agent that never did the oath. And now you show up and you doing the oath. And they're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Where is this coming from? This is what I'm supposed to do. So it's interesting how so many people want to tell the notaries how they should function when they don't even know how a notary should function. And then when we stand up and say, well, no, this is what I'm supposed to do, they accuse us of not wanting to do our job and trying to be lazy and cut corners. And then that puts pressure on us. And it's like, okay, well, and then they want us to shrink and submit to what they want because it's easier for them and it makes their life more pleasurable, more pleasant that we did it their way, but their way isn't legal. And that's the hardest part that I've ever faced, is that I got to do things legal. And this real estate agent or this broker or somebody, the scammers need to scram. Oh, man. You know, so now the question becomes this: what are you going to do? Y'all hear me talk about this stuff consistently. Y'all hear me talk about this stuff consistently. The question is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do for your own sanity? And and here's what you should be doing. You have every right as a notary, as a business owner, as a grown person, to question any and everybody. Y'all know I get questioned all the time. Folk question me all the time about some of everything. Why don't you question these other folk? Just because they're popular, just because everybody likes them and all of that, just because they seem fun doesn't mean that they can't be questioned. You need to question them. You need to ask them. They need to clarify to you. Just like some people, when I put out that I'm doing a notary success system, all of a sudden they're like, okay, so when are you coming here and coming here? I said, I never said I was coming there. Oh, well, I thought you was doing. I said, no, where is that? And I'm like, there's nothing on my website that says I'm coming to this city or I'm traveling. So I had to make sure I clearly articulated that. So you're asking me, so I'm like, okay, then my question becomes like, well, how many questions are you asking these other people? And I've had people call me and tell me, well, I'm asking you because I didn't want to bother them. And I'm like, wait a minute, you paid them $500, $600. They won't answer your question, but you're calling me and not going to, and you can't pay me any money. Not that I'm asking for it, but you're unable to pay me anything, and you just want me to open my mouth and give you the answer that you really hope they will give you because you done paid them for it, but they won't give it to you and they got you blocked on their phone. And you're telling me I won't call. And I've had this happen multiple times. Okay. Multiple times people have called me and told me straight up, well, I'm asking you because I didn't want to bother them. They seem to be real busy and they got a lot on their plate. And I'm like, wow, I guess my plate must be pretty empty. And this is the mindset that people have. It's like, so I guess the more you pay somebody, the more busier they are, the less you have access to them. The more you pay, the more I guess they're busy. So that means you have less access to them. I can't tell you how many times I give the oath. And yeah, people look at me cockeyed, funny. They start laughing. What is this about? Why are you doing this, that, and the other? All of that. Some of y'all, That is true. There's people, they're not looking out for your best interest. And I've been told over and over again to stop talking about the trainers need to take responsibility and that it's on you. That look, hey, we gave you the ingredients, we showed you how to, we took you to the water, but we can't make you drink it. All of the cliches, we opened up the door, but you won't walk through it. All of that. This is the stuff that I've been told publicly sometimes, that it's like, that ain't on us. I've had people call notaries idiots, all kinds of stuff. Like, hey, if you're an idiot and you get screwed over, that's on you. This is the kind of stuff that I'm hearing from people who calling themselves trainers. And this is what you think of your fellow notary? And personally, I'm just getting tired of it. I'm like, because it's hurting our business. Everybody keeps whining and complaining about the dollar amounts that people are accepting. But you're what's really hurting the business is what? Y'all know what's hurting the business. Bad notaries, people not knowing what to do, how to do it, or any of that. So I'm like, notaries got to get their act together and go out here and work this thing. And that's why we leave the house for 60. I can't wait till that shirt comes in. I leave the house for 60 because everybody's acting like they can't do it. They can't take this order, but yet you want a $200 order that you're going to mess up everything. So I've been running my mouth for a while here. What is it? Yeah, that is true, babe. That's what the wife said. The more you pay, the less they have to say. The more you pay them, the less they have to say. It's like all of a sudden it's like, but if you think about it, and that is a true statement, babe, because a lot of notaries talk, these trainers and stuff, they do a lot of talking to get you to pay them. And the more reluctant you are to pay them, the more they're talking to convince you to pay them. And then once you pay them, they give you a little sprinkle of whatever they call notary training. And then once they've done their part of what they consider their part, boom, they're gone. It's like, okay. And I mean, let me ask this question. And y'all, if you want to answer this, you can. And how many of you have had either notary trainers, mentors, or somebody that claimed they wanted to help you, and then as you started growing in the business or you started asking certain questions, they started blocking you or disappearing? Type of one, if that's happened to you. If you've had that happen to you, where you've asked questions, this person said they're going to help you, and then as things go along, all of a sudden they disappear on you. They don't have nothing to say. You can't find them. You can't, they won't pick up the phone, nothing. Now, if that's you, if you ran across that, or you may know somebody who's gone through that, just type a one in the chat. Just type a one in the chat just to let me know. I mean, if it hasn't happened, man, great. But I have gotten phone calls after phone calls of people where that has happened. So I'm not trying to make it where it's the trainees versus the trainers. What I'm saying is, if you're spending money for somebody to educate you, then that's what you need. And I see nobody's putting it, so I guess nobody has had that happen that's here. Okay, cool. For those of you who are looking, if you on the replay, just type it in the chat. Nobody's going to know who the person is. I mean, maybe. I don't know. But I've had people like, and I will type in a one because I've had people, I will type in a couple of ones because I've had a lot of people call me and say, yeah, this person told me they could mentor me. And then once I started getting, she put a 5. Once I started getting orders, and then I started asking questions about some of the stuff they said, next thing I know, they calling me and telling me to forget their number, all of that. Yeah, you seen that on Facebook posts, all of that. This isn't what the notary business is supposed to be about. this is why notaries are struggling and having a very hard time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So these are things that can happen out there. I'm trying to do the best I can. I know from that perspective with some of the folk out there, I'm not popular. I didn't come on this channel. I didn't come out here to be popular. And as I shared when on Clubhouse today, for those of you who probably was on Clubhouse, I think Keisha, you was on Clubhouse this morning. I simply said this here. I wouldn't be complaining or talking about the stuff that I'm talking about if people weren't getting taken advantage of. Now, there's a difference where, okay, because of a lack of knowledge that I have, I miseducated you. That's one thing. Then there's I have the knowledge, or I'm purposely not making sure have the knowledge, and I'm just giving you some stuff just to be telling you that I know it's really not going to work, or I don't even care if it works, but you're going to pay me, so I'm going to just tell you something. That's different. When you're doing stuff almost on purpose, it's like, well, yeah, I'm trying to help you notaries out, but 80% of what you're telling me, I can't even implement into my night. You get what I'm saying? What's going on, Stan? Hey, Stan, I sent somebody your way. This is my man, Stan Wilson, heirloom notary up there in Maryland. For those Maryland notaries, and you got a tip license, you still, hey, Stan, let me know in the chat if you still helping notaries out. Because I believe I remember you was helping notaries out, getting them going up there in Maryland and everything. So if you still are, man, just say so in the chat and all of that, because I want to keep sending people your way if you change the business model. But I'm okay with people making money. I want people to make money. I just don't want people to take advantage of folk and do them wrong. And I'll be honest, a lot of that, what I see is happening within our community, the Black community. I'm just being real with you. And those are the people who call me the most with complaints from our own people that, hey, this person did me this way, they did me that way, all of that, and I'm sitting here like, man, that's messed up. Some of my hardest critics, they're my own folk. It is what it is. But if I'm saying something incorrect, I have no problem being corrected. I would, I just want the truth so that we can do right and do better and everything. So yeah, Stan, if you got your thing still going in Maryland, we're helping notaries out and pointing them in the right direction. Yeah, just say so in the chat, man. So and if you want to put your contact info, how they can connect with you, that'll be great. So is there any specific questions that y'all have? There's something I may not have covered tonight. Any other concerns or questions about instructions or anything that you've seen, any roadblocks that you may have come across, any of that? If you got a question, throw it in the chat. I'll be more than happy to do my best to answer it and all of that. So the mortgage industry is still going to keep going one way or the other, whether the mortgage industry wants to or not. It's going to, if it has to get drugged across the finish line, it will. But those, man, with 9.1% interest, and then home builders are dropping the price. Yeah, there's going to be a buying frenzy. And they're right now saying that it has turned into a buyer's market. Overall, as quiet as it's kept, it has flipped over into a buyer's market. There's a lot of data, and they're going mainly basically based off the data, that the data is showing it's a buyer's market. And once people start waking up to the fact that it's a buyer's market, you're going to see some things pop. And I'm seeing more interest-only loans for refis, all of that. And interest-only loans is controversial for a lot of people. But if that's what a person wants to use, how they want to get their money, then more power to them. I let you know, hey, you do you. I'm just here to sign the papers, and that's what I do. You know, so I don't see any questions from anybody. I guess everybody, as they say, I've been getting. Um. Yep. Sellers. Yep. The sellers and buyers. That has been, I think, probably 90% of what I did this week, and I did 12 closings. So 90% of what I did this week was probably buyers and sellers. Yeah, buyers and sellers this week. You know, if not 90, at least 50% of it and stuff. All right. So mm, 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 mm. Let me see here. All right. I think I got all my instructions. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I keep forgetting to even say anything about this. Um, I keep forgetting. So yeah, this weekend I got training. All right, let me. Okay, you still help out? Yeah. All right, cool. Great, man. So boom. So yeah, so I got training this weekend. This weekend is the 16th, and I think I got to check. I believe I got some training on Friday. Hold on, let me check over here because I believe I got some training on Sunday, and I didn't update this yet. So I got to double check that. But yeah, yeah, I don't have any training tomorrow. I need to take this down. Since nobody signed up, and then I know I got training on the 24th, the 23rd. I'm gonna be in a conference that's here starting at noon. Matherin's coming down for that, so be kicking it with him, the beloved constable, and everything. All right, let me check to see if I even got anything. So okay, yep, I got one person on Sunday at 8 a.m. All right. So I got one person on Sunday at 8 a.m. All right. So where is it? There you go. Gotcha, Miranda. Okay. Yep. So I'll be training on Sunday at 8 a.m. Nothing in the afternoon. The YouTube members, I'm going to try to do training with y'all tomorrow evening. Um, Tomorrow evening, I'll send out something. If not tomorrow evening, Sunday evening. And then I have some people that I got to get with that was from Clubhouse and all of that. So, um, gotcha, Stan. So, so yeah, so I think that's it, party people. You know, thank y'all for hopping on. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill tomorrow, drop off those docs, and I think that is it. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you very much, Keisha. I'm still struggling with your name because I keep wanting to say Cha. Like Shaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan. All right. Oh, people not taking it. Yeah, my man. Yeah, he's talking about people not taking the business serious. That is yeah, they're not taking it serious. And I know what Stanley is running into is that they're coming to him after going to these other folk, and these other folk are all about trying to have 15 streams of income, and they don't even have one stream correct. You know, come in and probably try to figure out what he's doing and then try to mimic what he's doing and then try to start a company. And everybody wants to sign a company. Everybody wants a notary platform. Everybody wants this. Everybody wants that. And you can't notarize yourself out of a paper bag. And That's where the problem comes in at. But yeah, you're right, man. A lot of people aren't taking it serious. And they're flip-flopping back and forth. But if y'all hang in there, ask me questions, follow the videos, take the training that I'm offering, I think you're going to be fine. I really, really do. I really think you're going to be fine. And to those of you who may be listening to me who don't like what I'm saying, okay. That's all I can say is okay, because y'all are saying and doing what y'all want to say and do based off of what y'all believe, and that's what I'm doing. So you have a right to do that. I have a right to do mine. And if somebody chooses to kick it with you or not kick it with you, that's what I want them to do. I want them to make that decision themselves. I want them to have to go in here saying, okay, will this help me? And if it is, cool. If it's not, then I need to stay away from it until I'm in a position to where this can help me. That's all I'm asking people to do. There's some people who contacted me and said, no, I'm not ready to take the Notary Success System. Okay, cool. When you're ready, let me know. Because they've told me, they said, well, I really want to learn how to understand and read through the documents and this, that, and the other. That's not what I do here. Okay, well then I guess I'm not for you. When you're ready to learn how to notarize and do the closings correctly, I got you. You want to learn all this other stuff? That's not me. People have asked me, am I going to teach Canva? Am I going to teach Google? Am I going to teach all this other stuff? No, I'm only teaching one thing: how to do loan closings and deal with all of the other stuff that comes with that. If that's what you want to learn, that's what the Notary Success System is all about. I got you. You'll be all the better for it. But lastly, one of the other things that's happening right now is that a lot of people have hopped out here, left their job, and businesses, of course, change. One of the other issues that has been going on the whole time that I've been on YouTube, people have, what they did? Oh, people have been, they live in an area where they're not going to get a whole lot of orders. And that's another problem, because they're presented like, oh, okay, yeah, you just got loan closings everywhere. But in their town, there's only 700 people. And they refinanced 2 years ago. And they ain't trying. Or they were dealing with a bunch of elderly people who may be getting reverse mortgages, but you've been told don't do reverse mortgages. So now you don't do reverse mortgages because it's older folk and it's a lot of paperwork. But in your town or in your area, there's a lot of reverse mortgages happening. So basically, you done zeroed out and you're just not making any money. You spent all kind of money, but you're not making any money. This is what's going on out here, people. And I don't understand what it's going to take to wake folk up. I'm trying to do my best to wake you up to what's going on. Yeah, I'll be glad to talk to him, man. I'll be glad to talk to him. Yep. Tell him to hit me up. You got my number. Tell him you can give him my direct number, and I'll be glad to help him out. And so I'll be more than happy to help him out. Monica says from California. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And anything, look, appreciate it. If you got anything, just hit me up. I'll be more than happy to do what I can to help you out and everything. That's crazy standards. Yeah. And then what does that say? Mm-hmm. All right. So I think all hearts and minds are clear. I hope this information was helpful to you. Hit the like button, share, because again, YouTube, they're changing how they do things. And if you don't like and share the button, sometimes they won't, do the notifications to you on the next one. And then they don't push it out to other people and all of that stuff. So hit the like button, hit the share button, all of that good stuff. And again, thanks, young lady, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thanks for those of y'all who go back sometimes and hit the super thanks. I really appreciate it. So I'm just excited. I'm excited. All right. So time for me to bounce out of here. Call it a night. The wife said bye. She over there doing dishes. And that's about it, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace.